Hey everybody, so welcome to Jack of All Trades. This is my channel where I do art and build videos and things like that. And today we're actually going to be doing a video on DAC builds, which is where I make things. So usually I do more technical projects. So last time I did this, and this is like a taser / laser glove, and it was supposed to be like a prototype for something that I'm working on for a prop from the show Black Lightning. But today we're going to be doing something a little less technical and a little bit more practical / maybe artsy in a way. So today we're going to be building a table, and this is because my roommate and I wanted a new sort of coffee table TV stand thing, and I had this old stove top, and basically what I've done is I've removed the stove top and I've built a frame so that instead of just some normal wood table or something, we have something a little bit more interesting. And so it kind of looks like a stove on top. And I think later I'm going to be adding some of the dials and knobs back in so we can have like sort of LEDs that make the stovetop sort of circles light up so it looks like the stove is on but isn't actually on. And then maybe one for like a speaker or something in there, but that'll be a later project and more on the technical side. So stay tuned, we're going to get right into it, and let's go look at sort of the plan that we have. Let's go. So first things first, I'm just going to show you kind of what our design is here, and basically all we're going to do is we've got sort of the stovetop, and the stovetop itself has kind of already like a pre-built in little lip thing, so we're going to take that and, you know, stovetop, the way it do its things, and what we're going to basically be doing here is we're going to be putting a wooden frame inside this lip here, and then, you know, we'll have 4 legs going down, like a yay, and then we will have an outer sort of bracing on these legs here. And yeah, that's basically just the quick and dirty general plan. That's what we're going to be doing. And I've already bought all the wood and got it cut, so let's go ahead and get started here, and I'll lay out this sort of top inner frame and show you guys the stovetop. Let's go. So here are all the supplies, and you know, we've got our wood and we've got our stovetop. Let's go ahead and look at the stovetop a little closer. Okay, so here's the stovetop. It's a little dirty, we'll clean that up later, but you can see we've got sort of the 4 burners here, and then we've got these knobs. They're usually dials here, but you can see there's 4 of these that, you know, used to there were knobs here. I still have the knobs, they're just taken out right now, but I think I'm gonna put them back in and then have each of them do something different. I'm not decided what yet, but I think I want definitely one for LEDs. If you guys have any ideas, leave me some comments below, and for what these other 3 knobs could maybe be used for. Thinking maybe 1 LEDs, 1 like a speaker or something with volume control, and then these 2 knobs I have no idea, so give me your ideas. Okay, so here's the stovetop and here's the lip I was talking about. They already have screw holes and everything for it, so that's kind of nice. And I've got this wood pre-cut here, but I need to double check that it's actually gonna fit, because I got it pre-cut at Home Depot, and sometimes the cuts there aren't super accurate, so I'm just going to lay it out here real quick. Okay, so it's not horrible, you can see it fits, but the thing is, if you look, there's a little bit of play here, and you can see it kind of wiggles back and forth. These 2 longer beams are actually pretty good, but this one looks warped, so it's kind of bent. But these 2 shorter beams, this one's good, this one's fine, but this one here looks a little short, so I might need to recut this one. Alright, so first things first, now that this stuff is square, I'm going to try my best to make it square, but the wood's kind of crap, so we'll see. So I'm just going to take corner by corner, take my square, and get it in there, and try to get these things lined up so that they are flush on the ends. And then after I do that, I want to basically mark where all my through holes are going to be. So I'm just going to mark sort of the center line here. I'm then going to, on each of these, basically take that and pull it over so that I have a line, and you know, there'll be 2 in each of these, so there are where I'm going to be putting my screws. Next I need to drill pilot holes, so basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my screw and I'm going to find something that looks like it's pretty similar to the diameter of not the threads, but the shaft. So that one's a little smaller, but it'll probably do. Okay, and then basically all I have to do there is I'm going to go ahead and drill these screw holes. Now, I don't want to drill through my table, so I'm going to use the other pieces basically here to prop this up so that I don't drill straight through the table. All right, so that's one done. Now I basically have, about 8 more to go. Now I'm going to be doing each of these joints separately. So I'm going to do one, then I'm going to do the next, then I'm going to do the next. The reason why is I'm going to try to force things to be square. I don't have an actual workshop, and I don't have really any clamps. I have a couple of C clamps, but that's about it. So best I can do is trying to, get one joint locked in and then twist it so that the next joint is kind of square, and going my best to along that route. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I've got these two together, and as you can tell, they're basically square there. Not perfect, but close. So this is what I was talking about when I said this piece was not, perfect. It's pretty twisted. And you can actually see, when I'm trying to lay it flat, there's a pretty big gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put these together like that, and then I'm going to twist the whole thing so that it becomes square with everything, and twists this beam back to how it should be. Another thing that I'm doing that I don't know is super easy to tell, I am basically putting the screws into the first beam, and I am leaving just the very end of them, just the point out, because that allows me to line them up with the through holes that I have put through on, or the guide holes basically that I've put on the other piece. So I can line those up before I go ahead and put them together. Okay, so you can obviously tell there's a problem that this beam is laying flat and this one is definitely not. That's because this is twisted. So we're basically going to be putting this on and then pushing this down and forcing it basically into shape. That's the goal, at least. Alrighty, so we've got this part of the frame together. It's not flush and it's not square, but that's okay. Gonna do our best anyways. got it in the frame, and basically what I'm going to do is try to push it down into the frame as far as it will go in all the different corners, and I'm going to be like tacking screws in as I go so that I can try to square it up so that when I put the legs on and I put the brace at the bottom on, that'll be more square. Alright, so I went ahead and did a lot of the other steps kind of on my own with the help of my roommate, because that board right there was super bent and had almost a 30-degree torsional bend in it. So I went ahead and did the legs and everything. So the way we did this basically was flip the whole thing over, got the legs on, and try to make them as square as possible. And then we put the frame, the bottom frame together up. We put it together over there on that table, and we pulled it up like sort of like pants. Put these under as basically little stops so that we got the right height for the bottom section there. And then we pulled the pants up, put those under, and bolted those on while pushing the two bowed corners of the table down. And that fixed most of it, got it almost completely square, just enough so that down here we have a little piece of furniture foam just to keep it, level. And as you can see, it's pretty level. And that is on all of the different edges. So we now have our stovetop table. We're gonna clean it up and sand it and stuff, and then we'll be done. All right, so here we are. This is the finished product, and we've gotten everything set up. So you can see that it is the stovetop as the tabletop there. And we've got our knob ports over here, which we will be filling out later in a different video. Let me know what you want for those. And yeah, this is the table. So it's pretty simple. We use the old one as a shelving unit, and we've got some like gaming consoles and stuff all set up. We still need to do wire management, but that's a later task. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you ever want to build something like this, go for it. It's a cool and interesting little thing to do. So I hope you guys liked it. Let me know in the comments below if you did and what else you'd like, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. As always, thanks for watching this video, and remember to like, subscribe, and share with your family, your friends, and that weird neighbor down the street. Also, if you like what I do here, be sure to check out my Patreon to help out. And until next time, I hope everyone has a nice day.